Men are walking away from dating. And in this video, we're going to look at a couple of perspectives from men and women talking about why they think men are walking away from dating. At the end of this video, I'm going to share my perspectives. And of course, I'm going to interject here and there. I personally believe, quickly, dating is amazing if done right. You're going to do it right, though. Let's hop right into it.
There was a study done in the 90s, and what they found out, I think, still holds true today. So what they did is they took a group of men and they took a group of women and they categorized these men. So it was like high status, t-shirt, McDonald's. Same thing with the women, high status, t-shirt, McDonald's. And then they asked, the men, okay, would you go to coffee with this person, go on a date, marry? And in all three categories, the guy didn't care. It's like, yes, sure, whatever. With women, it was a whole different story. Women went to the high status man for the majority of them. So that was for coffee, date, marriage. My takeaway on this is just goes along with the trends I've been seeing. So we are in this Kardashian culture and have been for, 10 years. I don't know how long they've been on. But this idea of perfection has just been kind of unseen before. I mean, before we had magazines, we knew they were kind of airbrushed, but what we see now, women are doing eyebrows, microblading, dermaplaning, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, lip fillers, cheek fillers, breast implants, butt implants, fat transfer, taking ribs out. I mean, literally women are taking their ribs out. So I think just the pressure and the unattainable beauty that they put on themselves, they're also putting that sort of unattainable image and desire on a guy as well. And that's why these guys are backing out, because guys know, that's crazy. We can't do all that. Some can. I mean, it's the small minority can do that, but for the majority of men, they're not going to be able to get to your high standards that you not only put on yourself, but you're putting on these men too. And I don't even know if women are aware that they're doing that. And if you think about it, it's really a beautiful thing that men will just kind of take you as you are. They don't need you to be high status, or they don't care where you work. If you work at McDonald's or you're making six figures and some executive of a company. But look at what we're doing to men. We want them to just be everything. It's unattainable. They're getting out of the market, and rightfully so. So I even asked my brother about this. I said, hey, is this true? Men don't care. He's like, 1,000%. Men could give two shits. And I was like, that's going to be a topic then. So anyways, guys, follow for more. Comment below what you think, or, even ask your friends, talk about their experience, and leave it in the comments. Because I think we're onto something.
So, yeah, there you have it. I let the video play out, and I'm going to give my thoughts quickly on this. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section on this particular video. I'm curious to hear. I want us to have a conversation back and forth. I read all comments. I react to all comments. Let's get it going. But my thought is this. I think, from what I've noticed, a lot of struggles when it comes to dating between men and women typically comes from both genders always wanting something that they cannot get. That's it. I personally think dating is not complicated. I just think dating is complicated because men and women are trying to get something that they don't qualify for. It's not only women. Now, listen, yeah, of course, I know this focus is on women, but indeed, yes, women have their own stuff to fix. But I think that us men too, a lot of us men, we know the girl that likes us. We know the women that are very attracted to us. We just don't like them. Same thing with the women. A lot of women typically want the highest performing men, but do they qualify for that guy? Most likely not. That is why you're not getting him. Because if you qualified for the guy you think that you deserve, you would get him. So the fact that you're not getting him is an indication that you're not good enough. Same thing applies to men. You understand? So one thing that I think is very important for us to keep it at the back of our mind is this. The average woman can get a man. Okay? That is something that people need to understand. The average woman, she can definitely get a guy. Anytime you see a woman talking about, oh, I'm single, it's because the man that wants her, she doesn't want. It's not because she cannot get a guy. It's just that the guy she wants doesn't want her back. It is as simple as that. So, let us break down the video and then we'll go to the next video, okay?
It doesn't, yes, sure, whatever. With women, it was a whole different story. Women went to the high status man.
Yeah, so that is not a surprise. Women want the best of the best of the best. That is it. And the key to be successful with women is to be the best of the best of the best. And it doesn't always mean money. I know status typically means money, but status doesn't always mean money. If you are the best student in a class, you will get women. If you are the best in the building for whatever, if you are the most charismatic guy in a particular setup, women are going to come to you. If you are the most confident guy in a particular setting, the women in that place are going to come to you. It's just how it is. If you are the richest man in your community, the women are going to come to you. If you are the strongest guy in your gym, the women are going to come to you. This is how women operate. So status doesn't always mean money, but it does help for sure to build better status when you do have money. But my point is, us men, we typically don't care. Like she said, we usually don't really care what a woman does with her life, but women are very focused on that. I mean, I have seen situations of women literally saying that this guy was perfect. I remember this story last year. This girl told me how she met this guy. He was nice. He was every single thing she wanted in a guy. But he was not, he was the same height as her. She let the guy go. She told me this, hands to the heavens. She told me this. She was like, he had everything I wanted. He was nice. He had a good job. He was respectful, but it was my height. He was my height, and she let him go. But I also have to say something in fairness. For me, I think women are much more understanding than we give them credit for. I think women are quite understanding. In my opinion, I think women are quite understanding. But it also depends. Where are you looking at as a man? Which of the women are you actually looking at? Because one thing a lot of men won't tell you is that they are looking for women that are unattainable to them. That is something people don't talk about in dating. You are looking at somebody who is out of your league and you're focused on them, men and women. So you complain about how difficult dating is, and now here we are. I don't complain about dating because I've always stuck to my level. I know what I want and I know where I can find what I want, and I go there. End of story. You understand?
For the majority of them. So that was for coffee, date, marriage. My takeaway on this is just goes along with the trends I've been seeing. So we are in this Kardashian culture and have been for, I don't know, 10 years. I don't know how long they've been on. But this idea of perfection has just been kind of unseen before. I mean, before we had magazines, we knew they were kind of airbrushed, but what we see now, women are doing eyebrows, microblading, dermaplaning, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, lip fillers, cheek fillers, breast implants, butt implants, fat transfer, taking ribs out. I mean, literally women are taking their ribs out. So I think just the pressure and the unattainable like beauty that they put on themselves, they're also putting that sort of unattainable image and desire on a guy as well. And that's why.
So I'm going to move on to the next video after this, but I think that is true. A lot of women compared to men have a lot more things to play with, right? A woman can change the way she looks in an instant. Unlike us men, unlike us, we don't have that luxury that women do. So, you know, that is why us men, we have to compensate by getting in the best physical shape of our lives, you know, becoming wealthy, becoming stable, becoming the things that we cannot compensate with. And that is why I always say this to men. As a man, if you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to win. It is not rocket science, because women have a short time. That's the truth. I'm 30 years old. My life is just starting, buddy. A 30-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man is not the same. From a prime perspective, prime, not from worth as a human being. Make that very clear. But from a prime standpoint, right? I'm 30, bruh. I feel like my body is just getting into itself. My career is finding itself. I know more about the world. I know who I am. I'm making that move. You know what I mean? And the women that used to push me off, now they're becoming a bit more, oh, I want marriage, I want this, I want this. So everybody's coming, the women especially are becoming more like, I don't want to say desperate, but more
Half
eager
of Gen Z
to
men
find their
no
man.
longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so economically and emotionally viable men, and that usually means older men. In addition, when young women are lonely, they have much better social networks. They have much stronger friend networks, whereas guys become kind of lone wolves and kind of literally sequester from everyone and everything. Half of Gen Z men no longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so the question,
I mean, I hear what he's saying, but one thing I don't want us to do is to become extreme pessimist, right? That is something I don't want us to do. It's easy to point the finger at women and say, oh, it's women's fault, and I don't want us to do that. That is not something that I sign up for. A lot of these men, because if you look at the comment section, it's very miserable here, and I get it. I'm not trying to trivialize people's experiences, but I think that as men, we like to just abscond responsibility and throw it to women. Dating is not complicated if you know what your niche is. And I know you guys love to watch my videos when I make videos about finding your niche as a man. That is important. If you have to find your niche. A lot of men don't know what their niche is. You have to start there. How can you date successfully and happily if you don't even know the kind of women that like you? Answer that. Answer that. How can you date when you don't even know the kind of women that find you attractive, that gravitate towards you naturally? That's it. That's the kind of women you want to date. That's the kind of women you want to deal with. So most men are struggling with dating today because they are not finding their niche, because they are not focused on their niche. They are trying to date every single woman that's got a nice ass. Are there terrible women out there? But there are also fantastic women out there. Let's not lose ourselves. It's very important. Just like you have terrible men out there, you also have great men out there as well. And just because the guys in the comment section are crying doesn't mean that they are innocent. But yes, women typically date older men because they want more economic stability and more. They want that, sure, whatever. But it doesn't mean you're doomed.
So why does dating feel almost impossible for men in 2025?
Dating feels almost impossible for a lot of men in 2025 because, you look at the average guy. The average guy isn't getting matches on dating apps. He's not getting stopped or,
True.
getting a lot of affection from women in his daily life. He probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends. And so he's online and he's seeing all of these gorgeous women, some of whom aren't even real with AI now. There's a lot of AI girls out there, edited photos and stuff like that. And they're just suffering this constant barrage of them feeling inadequate by what their life experience is teaching them versus what they're seeing online, which is like a lot of, attractive women or couples or stuff like that. So they just kind of feel beaten down by it, and it really does suck being the average guy who isn't taking control of their life in today's day and age. There's absolutely no sympathy for them. But the good news
He's right. There is no sympathy for men.
is that if you do choose to rise above this and do choose to actually start bettering yourself and start doing to be successful, and the bar is pretty low because most guys don't try. Most guys just wallow in self-pity, and they take themselves out of the dating market because they think that it's not worth it for them. But in reality, I don't care who I'm talking to. If you're watching this, like, you absolutely can change your circumstance.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. And I love the way he put it. A lot of men are you get rejected once and you quit. That is what these guys aren't telling you. Listen, man, if you want to be successful with women, you're going to get rejected. End of story. Put that into your mind. And you might be rejected a lot. Okay? Sometimes you're rejected nice, sometimes you're rejected bad. It is what it is. Get back in the game. That's it. Rejection is a part of the game. Now, personally, I'm not dating, by choice, but I've dated, I reach out to women, I get rejected, and sometimes it works. It is what it is. It's the name of the game. It's the name of the game. And to me, I don't think it's complicated. I don't think dating is hard. I genuinely don't think so. I don't think dating is hard. I don't think dating is hard. I think dating it can be hard when you're focusing on people that don't like you. Again, I'm not in the States, so maybe that's why I'm saying this. I personally believe when you find your niche as a man, I've explained what a niche is. I'll put the video up there so you can go watch for yourself. Find the women that naturally gravitate towards you, period. That's it. Stop trying to force attraction with a woman that's not attracted to you. It will never work. And even if it works, you will lose. You will always lose. Get in the gym, work on your body, work on your confidence, work on your money, work on your finances, work on your social skills. A lot of men are struggling with dating today because they lack social skills. In fact, that is a video in itself. You lack social skills. You know how easy it is to get women? Super easy, in my opinion. If you know the kind of women that will like you. Your job as a man is not to be attractive to every single woman on this planet. No. Your job as a man is to be attractive to the women that find you attractive. Optimize that. That's all it is.
So why does dating feel almost impossible for men in 2025?
Dating feels almost impossible for a lot of men in 2025 because, you look at the average guy. The average guy isn't getting matches on dating apps. He's not getting stopped or, getting a lot of affection from women in his daily life. He probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends. And so he's online and he's seeing all of these gorgeous women, some of whom aren't even real with AI now. There's a lot of AI girls out there, edited photos and stuff like that. And they're just suffering this constant barrage of them feeling inadequate by what their life experience is teaching them versus what they're seeing online, which is like a lot of, attractive women or couples or stuff like that. So they just kind of feel beaten down by it, and it really does suck being the average guy who isn't taking control of their life in today's day and age. There's absolutely no sympathy for them. But the good news is that if you do choose to rise above this and do choose to actually start bettering yourself and start doing the things that is going to give you a result with women, then it can be possible to be successful. And the bar is pretty low because most guys don't try. Most guys just,
Yeah, but one thing I'll also say is this. The average woman is swimming in attention. I don't think enough men understand how much attention the average woman is getting, bruh. Even if she's not attractive, she is swimming in attention.
Ain't nobody sitting down with no burn.
I don't want to talk to that guy.
The dating scene by the thousands. Why? Because they're tired of angry women who are trying to make them pay for mistakes they didn't make. Men are saying they prefer their peace over a piece. Think I'm overreacting? Go read the comments. Men are exiting the dating scene by the thousands. Why? Because they're tired of angry women who are trying to make them pay for mistakes they didn't make. Men are saying they prefer their peace over a piece. Think I'm overreacting? Go read the comments.
I mean, I will say this. As a guy that has walked away from just actively dating, is that life gets peaceful though. I can't lie. Life gets quite when you're a guy that actually has things going for him, not always money, but let's say you like to read, you have a schedule, you have a routine, you have your social circle, you have your life going on for you, you have things that are circling for you. And women are not necessarily top of mind. I will say this with conviction. Women become like an accessory, kind of, in the sense of they join your program, you don't join their program. And any woman that stresses you don't have a problem walking away. I agree with that for sure.
One of my favorite arguments that some men have is, I'm a good man and no one appreciates me, so I'm just going to become a passport bro. Or I'm giving up on dating and I'm just going to pay a schmags worker instead and have zero aggravation. No, you're not. You're not a good man. You're a transactional man. You expect that if you're good or nice or jump through all of these hoops, you will get something in return. And if you are that kind of a man, then you are. Just own it. But the mark of a true good man or woman, a good person, when that person is not being good or kind to you. Tossing your hands in the air and having a tantrum saying you're going to take your toys and go to a different playground does not make you a good playmate. It just makes you manipulative, and it exposes you as someone who only behaves well when it's for their own gain. One of my favorite arguments.
About that. What do you guys actually think? I want to hear what you think about that. I genuinely want to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let's hear it again.
That some men have is, I'm a good man and no one appreciates me, so I'm just going to become a passport bro. Or I'm giving up on dating and I'm just going to pay a schmags worker instead and have zero aggravation. No, you're not. You're not a good man. You're a transactional man.
But isn't all relationships transactional? You see, when I look at relationships and dating and love, I look at it from a logical standpoint. I'm not a woozy kind of guy. All relationships are transactional. Women are with a particular man for a particular reason. No matter how much they try to delude themselves. Oh, he makes it. No, he does something for you. That's why you're there. If he did absolutely nothing for you, you wouldn't be there. Same for the man. And yes, some men are very good men. And like I've said before, in my own observations, women give more grace and empathy to men that don't deserve it. And they know this. Women punish the same men that a lot of women describe. They punish those guys. I don't know what it is. I've seen it. It's happened to me. It's happened to guys that I know. And the women will even tell you, he was kind, as she said. He was kind. He was empathetic. He was everything I wanted. But I still didn't like him. I still cheated on him. I still wasn't attracted to him. But the guy that does the opposite of that always gets the woman, bro. I don't know what it is. I mean, there's this trend going on TikTok right now saying, oh, no misogynist is single. It's the truth. No abusive man is ever single, though. No narcissist is single. No toxic man, as every woman likes to call their ex, is single. So clearly it works. But I disagree with her. Completely disagree. Because every relationships are transactional. That's number one. So if she's demonizing a man that thinks of himself as a good guy, as, oh, you're a transactional man, that makes him a human being, because we're all transactional. You are watching this video right now because it does something for you. I want you to watch this video because it does something for me. It's transaction. Life is all about transaction. I don't understand why she's trying to demonize that.
You expect that if you're good or nice or jump through all of these hoops, you will get something in return.
What?
And if you are that kind of a man, then you are. Just own it. But the mark of a true good man or woman, a good person, is, will you be kind?
I'm sorry, madam, with all due respect, as a man, you sound like every single woman that I know. You have to be kind. You have to treat me with respect. You have to treat me with empathy. They lose interest in you quickly. Most women, if not all, want a man that sometimes makes them stress. That's the way I'll put it. Most women want a man that will sometimes make them stress. Most women want a man that will not necessarily be kissing their ass. I'll leave it there. Let's move on to the next video.
No. I see why people are done with dating, because really think about it. You'll be with somebody for like hella months or a year or 2 years. Y'all understand each other. Y'all know what makes each other laugh. Y'all know what makes each other smile, what makes each other sad, what makes each other mad, all that stuff. Likes, dislikes, favorite spots, favorite songs. You'll have all that just for a woman to get up and be like, you know what? I'm not feeling this no more. I'm going to leave on a random ass Monday. It's crazy because you do so much for her and she'll do so much for you. And y'all go through each other's dark times and good times. just for her to up and leave randomly. That's it, just to up and leave randomly. They have to think they can always do better. You can be the richest, strongest guy, and they will still think they can do better and try to find better and leave you on a random ass day. Who wants to do all that? Who wants to take the time to understand somebody and learn them just for them to leave randomly because they just feel like it? Like, that's so annoying and ass. All that time gone, years gone, months gone. Like, it's stupid.
Nobody's dating anymore. And no, it's not because people are lazy, shallow, or afraid of commitment. It's because we're all trying to build love in a system that was never designed to hold it. This isn't a you problem. It's not even a them problem. It's a world problem, and we've all been dragged into it.
Yep.
First up, marriage. Not happening. People aren't coupling up at 22 with matching towels and a marriage, skipping kids, and replacing intimacy with curated solitude and memes about emotional damage. We're independent, but not necessarily on purpose. Stay with me, because this brings me to work, like the jobs we clock in for. Remote work was supposed to be the dream. You roll out of bed, no bra, microwave a coffee 3 times, and boom, you're a functioning adult. But with fewer partners, fewer coworkers, fewer daily interactions, a lot of us are just sitting in silence, screaming inside group chats that don't reply. That's not freedom. That's isolation in disguise as freedom. We traded cubicles for freedom, but freedom without support is just isolation in yoga pants. And the gig economy? The gig economy. We were promised flexibility, but it's more like, congratulations, you're the CEO of your own burnout. And it's not that everyone wants to be famous.
I love this video. I'm going to use her video for another video because it's something that we need to talk about. But kudos to her. What's her name? Her name is Miss Trying to Move On. Fantastic video, madam. I like you already. It's smart.
Or an influencer either.
I love
It's
it.
that no one wants to work full time and still feel broke. The jobs that don't come with stability anymore. They come with back pain, burnout, and $27 left by Thursday. We turned caretaking into failure and spectacle into value. We forgot that some jobs aren't glamorous. They're holy. Most high-paying jobs now are capital jobs, not societal ones. The guy shifting imaginary numbers on Wall Street makes 7 figures. But the social worker keeping families from falling apart, they're crying on their lunch break making $20 an hour. Tell me again how that's okay. We are not rewarding people who sustain life. We are rewarding people who extract from it. And then if you do want to be one of the smarty good ones, like a therapist or a nurse practitioner, congrats. That'll be 6 years of school, $100,000 in debt, and the privilege of being broke while you save lives. The path to freedom requires 5 years of unpaid internships and a master's degree in burnout. And the middle path, dignified work, fair play, no burnout, doesn't seem to exist. You want to know what's really sexy? Living within your means. We know the system's broken. We're just too tired to fight someone's uncle in the comments again. Like, yes, Mark, I do believe capitalism is unsustainable. No, I don't have the energy to debate it between my 2 jobs and this stress rash. And let's bring in identity really. On, I fish. Now it's, I'm demisexual plant-based Virgo who's pivoting from UX design to somatic healing while exploring my inner child and launching a newsletter about dopamine regulation. We're free to be anything, but nobody warned us that freedom comes with an infinite existential
freedom
crisis
is a cage
and an identity buffet where every dish might give you spiritual food poisoning.
Man,
so
I love this
while
video.
we're spiraling about who we are, student debt is suffocating us, housing is laughable, and climate change is throwing hands. And instead of helping each other, we're either too busy fighting online or closed off from the world. Because the American system trained us to turn on each other, or to close the world out. Trust in people? Only 34% of Americans say they believe most people can be trusted. That's not just sad. It's apocalyptic. It's the village dissonance, people. Our bodies are humming one rhythm: rest, community, meaning. And capitalism is blaring dubstep in the background, screaming, monetize or die, baby. And I'm sorry, but no, I don't want to build a brand. I want to be held. We're not broken, people. We're just awake in a world that keeps gaslighting our guts. And then we get told to fix it with hustle. Launch a business, monetize your hobbies, become a boss. Man, launch what? The microwave? We don't need passive income. We need passive nervous systems. We need to stop measuring worth in productivity and start remembering that being human is not a brand strategy. It's not that we're bad at dating. Maybe it's that dating can't survive in a world this spiritually malnourished. Nobody.
Whoa, guys, I love this video. It kind of touched on dating, but not necessarily dating. But we're gonna end the video here because I want to get working on the other video with this video. Amazing. But guys, yes, we spoke about different things as to why men walk away from dating. Now, to wrap up the dating part up, I will say this. The reason why men, in my opinion, are walking away from dating is multifaceted. It's not black or white, right? It's definitely primarily because it's expensive. People are stressed. People are tired, right? And people want things they can't have because they think they're good enough when they're not. And it's just a whole mess. But my channel is going to provide clarity to everybody involved. Men primarily, but we also have some women that follow this channel. Thanks for listening. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I am Kingsley. I'm trying to build this channel up. I'm building a space where we challenge topics from dating to social issues. And we are raw, we are real. We're just average men and women coming together to have a chat. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video. Peace out.